Today I'm in Sebastian, Florida. I'm going to explore this small home right off the railroad tracks. About 50 years ago, lived here was one of the 3 patrolmen in Sebastian. They shared a car, and one of the 3 lived in this home. His brother was actually one of the other 3. And they live in here, and they would share the car. As I said, the gentleman that worked here worked the morning shift. His brother worked the midnight shift. When his brother was done, he would take his ring finger and tap on that window and wake him up and scare the daylights out of his wife. But that's how they would change the car and change shifts. And when he was done with his shift here, he would go on down this road. He lived just around the corner. He'd either walk or he would drive his car. And that was it in Sebastian. And back in the day, those that have been around here know, in the 50s, Sebastian was notorious for being a speed trap. Matter of fact, the maps they would hand out at some of the gas stations, they would have Sebastian, Florida as watch your speed, do not speed, speed trap, printed on the map that they handed out all across the country, which is kind of cool. Why is this house interesting, and why am I telling you this story attached to this home? Well, I'll tell you why. So why is this place interesting? Well, that police officer that lived here was my father. He was a police officer here from late 50s, early 60s. This is where my family really got started. They did live in another home for a short time, but this is where one of my sisters was born, living here. So my parents and 2 older sisters really started their lives as a family right here. So it's got a lot of personal meaning, and I drive by it all the time. I always want to go inside, try to go inside. Today I'm going to give it a good shot, and we'll see if we can get in there somehow. We're going to walk around. But anyway, a lot of personal feelings, a lot of emotional feelings, really. So I'm just hoping to get inside and incorporate some pictures that I have at home that I know were taken inside here. So we'll see how it turns out. But I thought I want to let you look a little bit into my life and see some of my old photos of my family before I was even conceived. I hope it turns out well. So let's take a look around and see if we can find a way inside and bring back some old memories. So come along with me and let's go check it out. So here we are in the back of the home, and as I look around, I can imagine this is where my mother would have hung all of her laundry to put in the hot Florida sun and Florida breeze, as most people did back in the day. And we'll look around inside the house here, and you'll see an electric panel, which I'm sure my dad tinkered around with a few times here and there. And then heading back towards the front of the home on the inside here, you'll see what was once my sister's bedroom, and you'll see a photo of my sister's coming up here. The door here on the left was not there. It was just the window and the door that we just walked in. There's also this cutout of a window that was put in later at some point for whatever reason. Who knows? And we'll spin back around and look inside the kitchen. No appliances, but you'll see a stove and a few photos that I'll be showing throughout this video. But the only thing left in the kitchen really is just a few things hanging from the ceiling, and that's about it. And we'll spin back into the family room where all the action took place and where all the good times and conversations took place, and we'll just continue on and look throughout the house. And here at the front door, where my dad would have gone to work, come home from work, and where all the activity was. And this is the main room right here. I have a pretty cool picture of my sister standing right here at the doorway in a little bunny outfit, which I thought was pretty cool. Just turning around here in the room, again, right back there would have been the stove. And I have another couple of pretty neat pictures of my sister right in this area right here, looking right into the kitchen. After these couple of photos, check out the outlet on the wall that I'll show you again. And you can see my sister holding her sister on the couch, and that outlet is right behind them. I think it's kind of neat to compare the two. Kind of move it over here. I have also a neat picture of my grandmother on my mother's side. sitting on the couch. And right in this area, another photo of her changing my sister Teresa, the second oldest, on a table that would have been right in this area right here in the kitchen. Got another photo right in this area. Has my older sister holding my younger sister, her younger sister, on the couch. And if you look next to them, there's a table. On the second shelf down, there's a photo of my dad. And that was taken right in this room right here at this spot as he was getting ready for work, to go to work for the police department. Again, you can see that same stove behind him, and that would have been right in this area right here, which is one of my favorite pictures we've got of him. So that's it for the family room, and we'll look a little bit more at the kitchen, and we'll go to the bedrooms and look around there and the bathroom. Yeah, I can imagine my mom being in here virtually every day. If my dad came home from work, working in this kitchen. She's always liked to cook. I wasn't very good at it as well. Roof's falling down there. Restroom, I believe, is right over here. That's some old school tile. I'm kind of anxious for my mother to take a look at this and see if she remembers it. It's definitely a throwback to sink as well, really. Do I dare look in here? Scary. Same old windows. Let's take a look at the bedroom. Something's biting me. I'm looking at this tile, not really tile, whatever it is, and I look at the old photos. Of course, they're black and white, but I'm telling you, I'm beginning to think this is the exact same floor that they had when my parents lived here. Anyway, their bed would have been here, and my uncle would have came and tapped on the window here and woke my dad up every morning to come to work to take over the car. And my mother said no matter how many times he did it, she knew he was going to tap on it. She jumped out of bed every morning scared to death, regardless. Shortly after filming here, I did get confirmation this door right here was not there. It was a wall, which I knew through the photos, and that the flooring in the bedroom I was showing you absolutely was the original flooring. So it's pretty incredible some of that is still in that home after 55 years. It's just amazing to me. Looking around the back of the home, not much to look at. This little shed area may have been an addition later in years, I really don't know. It's just a little storage shed of some sort. Shelving. Not much in there. Not quite sure if this was with the house or not. I hope you enjoyed this video. One last thing, I showed you my favorite photo of my dad inside this house. One of my favorite photos of my mother was actually in this exact spot. She was pregnant with one of my sisters in 1960, probably around February or March, which is just a great picture, I think. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone sharing my videos and being subscribers and all that good stuff. I hope you enjoy this look into my life before I was even on this planet. But it was a lot of fun to walk around in that house, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. today, these stereo systems were a piece of furniture. They're so elaborate as the one in this photo and all these photos. And check out the Marshall shirt my sister has on. I'm sure that was a gift from my uncle, who was my mom's brother. And also, did I say thanks for subscribing? Okay, I'll say it again. Thanks for subscribing.